We're still on the Chaos path for Tactics Ogre, is my understanding. So, I think we left off last time mid-battle, right? So I'm actually going to do continue here. Make sure that it's loading the right thing. Chaos Path, my understanding, is you get different points in this game where you're given a choice as to how you want to progress. The first such choice is when you're working with the good guys and they tell you to conduct a false flag operation and kill a bunch of civilians and blame it on the bad guys. And you can choose the lawful route, which is to go along with your leader and do what they say and kill the civilians, or you can say, no, screw you, that's wrong, and leave, which is the chaotic path. It's pretty cool. Maybe get some booms of swiftness out there. Let's see. What are we doing on health? We're generally pretty okay health-wise. There's been a couple other opportunities for us to rejoin the lawful path, I think, or at least move us toward a neutral path that we have not taken. Ow. Should have delayed her turn for you there. Yeah, that's cool, Darkstar. Glad they made things right for you there. Ow. Double ow. My samurai is a really cool character, but he's kind of useless at the moment. Defeat Vestiari. Okay. Vestiari is this wizard lady. So getting someone up there is going to be the biggest challenge of this. Heal 2, let's see, probably on my healer. Yeah, like I have a extra copy of Breath of the Wild for the Switch right now because the shipping company screwed up and they wanted to make it right for me. They didn't really have to do that. It's a pretty good heal right there. I'm looking for it. Okay. Game locked up for a second there. I got a little worried. Everything seems to be fine. That's pretty good. I'll take it. I'm just preempt even though he's not going to do any damage. I think that's one of my biggest issues with this game. It's really hard when you unlock a new class to get them up to the point where they're viable. They're pretty shitty for a long time. No crit. Bummer. I guess if I start by... Let me step that back. If I give this buff, maybe? I guess he'd have to give it to himself, since he's not going to hit any allies from here. Really, I've never had a return issue with them, but I'm always getting in chat and talking to them right away, you know? Don't really let it get bad. So 76 damage, 95 damage, 72. That's good. Tremendous shot. There's not really training missions, but there are random battles, so you can run around on the world map to try to top people off. It's kind of your best shot. I've done that a bit. They're just completely useless until they catch up to the level of everybody else. And it's not... It's made up for in part by the fact that units, like the class levels up, not individual units. So like, all of your ninjas level up at the same time. So you don't have to worry about Bob being too low a level. You have to worry about the samurai class that you just unlocked being too low a level. So as long as you have one person who's a samurai with you, all future samurais will be a high enough level once you recruit them or change their job. It's kind of an unusual system. You can't get close enough just yet. Pass here. Main character also can't get close enough to anybody useful. Maybe reach the... Let's see if I can kill this chick. I got all the tarot cards. Hey, hammer rank up. That's exciting. heal for anyone who needs it here. Wizard probably needs it most. Yeah, I hate phone calls too. Typically in chat. God, new units have arrived. At least that dude didn't take my tarot card. Alright, what we get? Double attack. Guy's got really good armor, unfortunately. It was good damage. I'll take it. 80 something. Strength. Awesome. Make him less sucky. He can do more damage. It's an interesting choice. Man, counterattacks. Canopus is a beast right now. He has more mobility than any other character. And he does a shit ton of damage compared to everybody else. But he's dying now, so... might want to try to resolve that before I use him as my boss assassin. Shit. Assuming he can survive his turn. These aren't looking too hot. That's tremendous. Okay, so I could potentially kill him. The dragons just do not take enough damage to be worth shooting. Let me step back her turn here so she can be in range of that chick. Yeah, I was babysitting a toddler last week when I was getting calls from our mortgage lender and calls from my grandma's attorney, and just like the constant screaming in the background. You're like, oh, I'm so sorry. He ended up not stopping by this morning. His parents are sick. Him and his parents are sick. Hopefully his turn comes up. I think I got him Field Alchemy so he can heal himself at least. I'm getting worried now though. No one really needs heals here. Just pass for now. I might step that back depending on how much damage she takes here. Okay, it's fine for now. Uh-oh. Please don't hit Canopus. Okay, hit my wizard, that's fine. It's gonna suck, but... oh my god. All the new units. Now she dies. Okay. So maybe I might step that back to heal her. I'll have to see. So she can use a Men Leaf 3, or 100 health. It's pretty good. I think we need to do that. Next turn I might be able to go for the wizard, but there's a lot of like enemy units that are within range of him now. I'm not sure. We'll see. I might have to step that back. Pass. Start whacking people. Ouch. What do we get? Another strength card. Perfect. He needs that. Ow. Let's get some more cards for Walter. I'm not sure how much damage he's going to do to the dragon. Not a lot, but better than nothing, I guess. Okay, I'm going to take an intelligence boost. That's not so bad. He needs the int anyway. So I think for us to win this fight, Canopus has to act before he dies, and we have to basically one-shot the boss. I don't think he's going to get 2 rounds alive. So if he dies before that, I'm going to step it back to his previous turn and change the action, and if he doesn't kill her in one shot, I'm going to have to step it back too. Oh, don't petrify him. Ugh. Gross. Well, we'll see if they keep attacking him. If he's petrified, they'll just leave him alone, and then I can try to fight these guys down here for a bit until he wears off, maybe. I don't know if that's actually going to work. So that would be a waste, because my Berserker can reach him. Yeah, Canopus. 68 damage. You can't name heroes in this game, which is too bad. Would have let chat name everybody. I guess there's a save file editor you can get that does it, but... Oh, guys, that's just petty. He's petrified. Come on now. Okay. If they're just gonna, like, nuke my poor petrified bird person to death, then I think I need to get out of there. So we gotta step back a lot here. Try to keep her alive this time. Tick moves all around. My poor bird person. Alright, that's a much better use of his turn. Right, tremendous shot at my wizard again, probably. It's not so bad. To decide how I want to handle a Canopus, though. I'm not sure what makes the most sense. My wizard. Because, like, I could march him further up. Let me think. But then he's going to be in range of the boss who's going to try to petrify him. I could just try to pick up this tarot card so he's in range of healing. Get some more buffs. Use Menleaf on himself. It's kind of wasting progress, but I need to make sure he's at full resources before we climb up to the top of the map, I think, or we're going to have a bad time. Intelligence up. Don't know that he really benefits from intelligence up, but... Blindings. Does not reach him. It will if I cast it here, though, right? I want to try to keep his attack boost up here as possible. I think that just refreshes the duration, basically. Take this opportunity to get to higher ground since it's so hard to do that in this game. Heal. Try to top him off as best as we can with our various knights. This is a strength card, right? It was cool. Nice parry. Alright, so Walter is our ninja. He can move a little bit, not a lot. Try going for Shireen. Rest in peace, barbecue girl. Nice crit. Maybe I can get my archers to focus on her next round. Oh my god, they get so many extra units in this battle. It's redonkulous. Try to keep this knight here to block the dragon from getting to our squishier units. Yeah, it looks like the boss is walking closer to us anyway. That makes our life easier for later. We're just getting like weapon XP by fighting these dudes in the meantime. Yeah, I know, right? He's a badass ninja named Walter. I feel like the number of Japanese games I've played that feature some badass named Walter is fairly high. It must sound cooler in Japanese. Any English names sound more exotic in Japan, I think. Waruta. It's fine. Can take it. Yeah, right. Alright. Hey, what's up, Yukubo? What's groovin'? So you can cast Cragfall 1, which is okay. It'd be really nice if that dragon's making it hard for anyone other than Canopus to get up there, so... it's not a lot of damage, but... Right. Oh my god. Enemies with high ground. Ooh, who earns? Alright. How we doing? Who needs healing? Walter kind of needs healing. Everybody else is pretty much fine. Yeah, it should be fun. Save her MP. Ah, it's too bad. More boon of swiftness. And cast that one more time before I send Canopus up there to fight shit. Continuing to get some height here. Let's see, who can I shoot? I can shoot her for decent damage. Can I kill either dragon? Don't think so. Don't think I can reach these guys because of the wall. Yeah. Would like to be able to. Can she? Which dragon should we shoot from her base position? 46. Let's try it. We can keep sending her climbing after this. 69. Alright. Haha, you missed. Just don't have enough stuff to heal, which is fine. Boulder Dagger. Kill a Dargon. What a treat. Stormworm's mark. Hey, these dragons are dicks. I feel no sympathy for them. They have way too many hit points. Their defense is way too high. That was a result of like 7 units attacking it. They had plenty of time to flee. No, don't. That sucks. Ouch. Nice arc on that rock throw there, samurai guy. That was pretty great. Alright, So I can't really get in range of anyone to attack them if I want to make the ninja more productive. I could try using a Menleaf 2 on this guy, so I don't have to worry about rezzing him later. And then let's get up here. Watch this be a swift end to my ninja's poor life. All the heals. Okay. Use my Sanguine Assault. Punch this guy really hard in the back of the head. Nice. It's a really good ability. The only problem with Berserker is it takes him a long time to get in range of any units because his movement speed is so sucky. You want to try to get him some sort of item or ability that improves his movement. Very high priority. Let's heal if we can. Yeah. Although, I may have wanted to heal my ninja instead. See if I can reach him. Totally can. Perfect. Nice, Bariel. In the wake of Brexit. Are you hopeful for a yes vote? Let's see. I can't quite reach him, but I can heal her anyway, so I think that was the right choice. So I'm not... Oh god, that sucks. Big heal on this dragon is a big problem. The dragon has such a high defense that it's a much higher value per MP spent for the enemy there. So I'm not very well educated about politics over there. Like, what's the argument against breaking off from the UK? It sounds like it's mostly upside, with like he'd rather be in the EU than be in the UK. You see what kind of card this is, I guess, first. Star. Okay, take some decks. Sure. Let's see. Just heal herself is probably fine. Sparing my ninja, able to get a heal off of him. Tank some damage when I was up here. But also just sacrifice him and not be super terrible. Oh my god. So many new units. They really want us to push this. I want to try to kill her, since she keeps wanting to kill my cleric. There's a regular heal. I can reach Walter though. See if that's the right decision. It might not be, we'll see. It might be wiser for me to try to kill this healer, so I'm not wasting a lot of time. Come on, 83. That's enough. I'll take it. Hey, katana skill rank up. High Priestess. Doesn't really need a mind boost, but okay. At least we have 2 units up here that can divide the incoming damage. Probably use this to give that buff to the ninja as well, since I think it affects both of his swings, which is quite good. Let's see. Harvest Dance, maybe get some heals in. Go here. Oh, it's got an elevation requirement, that sucks. I'll try doing it like this though. I don't know if it's going to be enough healing to save the cleric, but maybe it'll draw Jerkwad over there on the right to him instead of to her. Dang it, Bobby. The number of characters in this game who have surprise heals is very high. Alright. Wasted your heal. It may have required me to use Tremendous Shot, I'm not sure. Oh, you jerk. That was a dick move. See if I have to try to avoid picking her up directly. Ooh, that's gross. Don't think I can really step that back far enough to make it so that the ninja and Canopus aren't standing next to each other. I think I needed them to be standing next to each other. See if I can stop this wizard. Or I could just say screw it. Let's go with the say screw it strategy for now. Oh, not Walter. So he doesn't have MP to do shit, unless if I use Meditate. I might be able to do something. 31 damage, not great. Hitting with Cragfall? May as well do something. Heal. Walter can help this. Go. It's okay. I really like the idea behind preempt. It's like you're gonna be such a badass that you're gonna pre-counter and kill them before they get a chance to hit you. I think the chance of that happening is fairly low. Alright, don't stumble, don't stumble, don't stumble. You son of a bitch. That's a bummer. I think it's probably got even more dimensions than that is a big part of the problem. Everything's a gradient, and we treat them as if they're binary switches. Oh my god, there's so many new units in this one. They really just want you to go rush down the boss, but like, it takes so many turns to get anywhere near her. I might have to step it back so that I'm not close enough to get hit by the meteor strike. Let me see how close Canopus can get on his next turn. Could I heal? Turn 18 should be a one-shot, I think. Yeah. I'm probably gonna have to step this really far back because this is a fairly rough level. I shouldn't have been focusing on that dragon at all. Ah, I can reach her. Cool. How much damage can I do though? 128. What about with Heart Crusher? I don't know if I can get to her with Heart Crusher. Yeah, it's got to be on the same elevation or something. What's the actual range on Heart Crusher? Further than 2 squares away. Alright, looks like I just got to punch her in the face first then. Hope for the best. If I can survive to another Canopus turn, we might have this. Since the healer's dead. So, it doesn't really matter. It's all dependent on getting to Canopus' next turn, so I'm just trying to delay the inevitable in the meantime, I guess. See if I can shoot her from here. She's not in range. Well, try to shoot one of these bird people. So they tend to have healing abilities, which we do not want. That would kill her. Let's see. Go. No one to heal from here. I think we're I have a pretty light no politics rule in chat. As long as you guys continue to keep it light and academic, we're good. But just bear that in mind. If it looks like you start to get personal at any point or arguing for or against the merits of one philosophy or another, we should probably move on. No worries for now. Son of a bitch. At least he didn't do that to Canopus. That sucks. That's okay. Canopus can still kill her with his next attack at that rate. Sometimes it can happen accidentally. I'm surprised I don't have some of those words in my bot to auto-ban, or timeout at least. No, I'm with you, Barry. I mean, I have my opinions too. Just, it can really derail Twitch chat, and unless if everybody involved is being mature about it, it can get ugly, even by no fault of most of the participants, so. I had to make a quarantine Discord channel after the US election for exactly that reason. Okay. Wasn't enough for a kill. Alright, I think we got this. I was getting pretty worried there, but I think we're gonna be fine. Nice. Oh man, we're getting to the point where the battles in this game are really hard. I need to go do some random battles in the little dungeon thing we unlocked. Catch some people up. I think the biggest problem that I have right now is movement speed. Movement speed, the number of squares units can move, and the number of squares they can jump up. There's so many maps that pitch you against a forest that's on a higher elevation from you, and a game like Final Fantasy Tactics fairly early on gives you an accessory that increases your jump so you can go up an additional square. And I haven't found anything like that for any characters so far. It's pretty bad, Game Saucer. There is an ability you can learn? Oh god, this is all in the same... So we can't even leave, can we? No, I don't think we're allowed to. Okay. I'll make a separate save file then, just in case things go super bad on the next level. Alright, let's go with... Did you learn anything new at level 16? Field Alchemy 3. Which I don't think I've even run into any things that require Field Alchemy 3 yet. Dodge 2. Hasn't really ever come up. Never given him a bow either. Fortify 2 might be nice eventually. Everything else isn't terribly exciting. Okay. How about our samurai guy? Mighty Strike. Attack returns are making katana attacks. That's cool. He just got to 11 though. So I give him Wade to move through water. I feel like I need to give that to more units. Resist fear. I think that's all I got for now. No changes. Guess I could see if he has any new gear he can equip. Yeah, same stuff. Same stuff. Yeah, well, it's hard in an online like entertainment environment to not have at least one person who takes it too far, right? So it's easier to just have a zero tolerance policy in something like this than to try to like adjudicate whether someone's being civil or not. You know what I mean? Just don't even open that door. It's a bummer, like I don't like contributing to the atmosphere of political taboo, but similar policy around religion. There's interesting conversations to be had there, but it's hard to do it in an open public forum. Yeah, right, Ikipo. And that's true on both sides of any argument. Okay, so they're taking the main character's half-sister, maybe even just adopted sister. I don't even know if she's blood-related to us in any way. Taking her away because she is probably going to be propped up as an heir to the throne as a bastard child. Previous ruler. A pendant. Pretty well written. Vanquish Oz and Ozma. Okay. Share his vulgar nature besides. Ouch. He's got really good defense. So we want to try to get the strengthen buff from Samurai here. Probably send the wizard forward. Well, no, let's wait. Close enough. You're going to paralyze the boss for a chance of paralyzing me? Fair enough. How much can I hit this guy for? Not a lot, it turns out. Okay. I need to flee so I can get in range of the damage buff. That works out. Basically free damage there. This is a cool song. I still think that the Dark Knight theme is my favorite I've heard in this game so far, but this game's soundtrack is really good. Big fan. Can't do a heal yet. It's fine. He doesn't have enough TP yet. If we can get him something that advances his TP generation, that would be really nice. I don't know how to go about doing that, if it's even possible. Might not be. Let's see, I could probably use a Magic Leaf on her. I think having your clerics have more MP makes a pretty big difference in this game. I missed that, Ryan Baker. What is it, a skill? Which skill are we talking about? Can I hit that guy from here? I totally can. Let's do it. So these guys don't have quite as good an armor as the usual dragons. Have you played a tactical RPG before, Barrio? Oh, TP generation, that's right. I know I have that for my knights, but the samurai can learn that skill too, is that true? Gotcha. I can give them AI, I just don't like the AI. I'm sure it's fine, but I like issuing all the decisions to my party members. That would be more like an RTS. Oh, true. So if... Alright, Ryan, let me make sure I understand. We're saying that because I already have that ability unlocked on Knight, and because the Samurai learns it at a much later level, I can make him into a knight temporarily to learn the ability, and then he'll still have access to it even though he's too low of a level as a samurai to use it? Right. I should think about doing that for more characters now that I have... I should look at like some of the abilities and where the overlap is. I haven't considered doing that so far. It'd be useful. Okay, I'll check after this battle. We'll do a big maintenance session. Ah, shit. His turn came up sooner than the main characters. The main characters didn't miss out on the combat buff. That's okay, everybody else will get it here. I should just need my main character to tank anyway. So last train to Value Town right there. Cool. 38 damage, 32 damage. I hit this guy for 40 damage. Let's go for the boss, I guess. Yeah, get like Fortify 2 and Strength 2 up early. No, that makes a lot of sense. That explains why they give you so many class marks, too. That's an intentional way of progressing. Oh my god, this guy has a stupid amount of defense. It's more like it. Yeah, good call. Okay, can he reach them? Cragfall 2 would be fantastic if I can hit all three of them in here. Not high enough MP. Alright, let's wait a turn. Maybe next turn. 45 damage, much better. 94 to the knights though, and they can heal. Yeah, I'll try to focus him down. I don't think they're gonna... Oh, that's a bummer. Okay, step that back and just target somebody else then. Nice. And we got a crit. Yeah. I like that system, and the more of a class you have in battle, the faster they level. It's a good way to do it. Try to minimize the number of enemy units that can do things like heal the enemy. Probably buff. He's still my biggest DPS character and has the most maneuverability, so I should probably make sure he's got Boon of Swiftness turned on here. Ow. Shit. Get a big heal off on him next turn. Yeah, the Gambit system in like Final Fantasy XII is really cool. It's got a lot more options. Works. I still like prefer to micromanage my party and just pause constantly in boss battles, but it's really nice for random fights. But every fight in this game is pretty hard. I don't think there's anything that's trivial in Tactics Ogre. Maybe not till much later at least. Don't think I've got Sanguine Assault yet. No. Now he does, next turn. Oh my god. All the healing Dark Knights! Boo. Boo earns. That makes sense, Ryan. Okay, so this guy's 47 damage. 38 damage. 73, Terror Knight 93. I should try to finish taking out the Hydra. It's pretty dangerous. Sure. Most of the battles in this game are between 8 and 10 party members. It's only these big story ones that are 12 people. So let's move here to try to block the Hydra from getting closer to us with the Rampart Aura. Let's build the main character. We gotta get a bunch of heals in here. This guy's got Rampart Aura 2 as well. Let's do the same thing. I kind of want to heal the ninja with him. There we go. I want him to like die before he's had a chance to do more damage. He doesn't have any TP. I don't think he's going to do any appreciable damage either. He still kind of sucks. Still really sucks. He doesn't have any things he can do this turn otherwise. So just move him here and pass. Oh man, I just feel like I don't have the party slots, Ryan Baker. I don't want to give up any of my current party members or their classes. It's like I don't have enough party members. Okay, let's see. Hit this guy for a lot of damage. I'm just gonna run some simulations here. Hit this guy for okay amount of damage. This guy for a good amount of damage. And Oz for basically no damage. What about the... That's decent. Now, I might have enough TP to be able to finish him off, actually. So let's do... Arkhaipolis wins. Yeah. Do any of those classes have access to Divine Magic? I like having a good number of healers. So close. Quite close, but no cigar. Okay, I don't have any more groups of enemies for Cragfall 2, but I can probably just finish this guy off over here. Yeah, Pillars of Eternity would have worked much better, I think, if it had a robust Final Fantasy XII style gambit system. At least from the way that I play video games, I would have enjoyed it more. Heal 2, Walter. Go get that. Let me see what the tarot card is. I might step back his turn here if it's not. Fool. Oh, loyalty. Yeah, let's step that back. I think my only character who's got questionable loyalty right now, yeah, is him. So we can try to move him and pick that up on his next turn. So go ahead and keep the heal, at least. That's one of the games I've played that would most benefit from that sort of system, I feel like. She doesn't need loyalty, but she could do some healing here. Who all needs it? Most characters don't, actually. Let's do one regular heal on the main character. The game expects you to micro, yeah. I'm okay with microing in boss fights, but the frustration for me with Pillars is I felt like I had to micro even in the equivalent of like random battles. Like I'd really like my party to just auto-wreck. If there's a group of wolves that shows up, I'd like to just take them out without really thinking about it. And your only recourse for that sort of gameplay, I think, is to just play on a much lower difficulty, which makes the bosses too easy. That's a hard balance. So I think with Tremendous Shot, I can one-shot that guy. I'll be able to get Belinda too, depending on where I move her to. No, it's a. If we think about it, though, it's like many things. It's more complicated than we want it to be, right? Than we think it should be. Like being able to set up a FF12 style gambit system isn't something you can just do for free. It requires a lot of resources. That's too bad. Pretty crazy animation for a single target attack too. So what about double attack here? 46 damage times 2. Seemed better. Really the only guy I can hit from here, though. I'd also try to go pick up the Samurai so we can get the Fool card. Ooh, I gotta buy more Blessing Stones. Don't let me forget to do that. 4 is much too small of a number. Pretty much. He's my weakest character right now. I'm trying to level up that class. Well, that's a bummer. That's going to happen anyway. We don't need to waste the ninja's turn. How much can I hit the knight for? Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, the enemy AI tries to focus on low health, low armor characters, so it's definitely doing its job there. Okay, let's see. So if he were alive, I guess it doesn't show his point in the initiative order if he's dead, does it? It would be nice if the initiative order on the bottom projected what would change with the action you're currently primed to take. Oh wow, yeah, he's not on the initiative order for a long time. Okay. Yeah. Your classes level up independent from the characters. The characters are in skill points which they can spend to unlock abilities, but if you have one ninja in your party, then all of your ninjas for the foreseeable future will level up. If I have ninja to level 14 and I change my berserker to a ninja, he will be a level 14 ninja. Okay, let's see. Sanguine Assault. Punch this guy in the back of the head. It's kind of like Valkyria Chronicles' leveling system. It's a little bit more robust. I think despite some issues with movement and jump height early in this game, and the usual problem of the upside-down difficulty curve that's in basically every tactical RPG I've ever played, this game is probably the best balanced TRPG that I've seen. I really like their approach. It's very well done. Heal. Okay, so Canopus can do a lot of damage to somebody. You might be able to kill him with his little buff. I think he still has an effect. Let's go for it. I don't think it's too messy. It's comparable to Final Fantasy Tactics or any other game in the genre. It's on PSP, which is pretty nice. Easy to get a hold of. You're only dealing with one character per turn anyway, so... Unfortunate crit there. Okay. So, if I wanted to do a major heal, who all would I be targeting? Only a couple people who actually need it, which is okay. These two, basically, that's fine, I can do that. So let's make it a double heal. Try to top them off here. It's on Super Nintendo as well. Yep, this is the same team as FF Tactics. Which is surprising, because I think this game is better from a, what do you call it, mechanical perspective than FF Tactics. I don't know why it feels like they regressed a bit, even with the Tactics remake. Fragfall 2. Okay, so that's actually pretty bad damage to all of them. Could do Dust Storm, though. Maybe slow some of them down would be nice if it lands. Fingers crossed. Yeah, and I mean, I really like Final Fantasy Tactics. It's a really good game. It's good at existing in the Final Fantasy spectrum and having like chocobos and classic magic spells and classes and jobs and that sort of thing, but mechanically I think it's inferior to this game. It doesn't have FF Tactics Spectacle, that's true. It's a very sharply political game world, and there's not a lot of like crazy Final Fantasy-ish events happening in the story. But even Final Fantasy Tactics is pretty political in that respect. I think it's just like this director. This is the kind of story he likes to tell. That's a pretty different game, I think. Is that 2 Fool cards? That's kind of cool. Can I see that? Nice. See if I can get them, maybe. Don't nuke down my healer, you jerks. Yeah. So is Final Fantasy Tactics, but the added bonus. 109 damage, or how much can I do? 93, 82. Okay. Deposit bow is 88 damage to her, 95 to her, which would kill her, 86 to him. A tremendous shot would be a kill, I think. Let's do tremendous. Yeah. Cool. Who all needs healing right now? My healer needs healing. Okay. So does my berserker, but I'd rather keep her alive. What's this guy's... Backs your every decision. Okay, so he does not need an extra loyalty, so you can stay put them. Ow, jerk. Throwing axes. Uh-oh. That's a bummer. Try to maybe have my cleric pick that up. Not enough TP to do anything interesting. It's fine. Loyalty, +4. Does that change the stated loyalty? This unit speaks in support of your decisions. Hooray! I'm not gonna bail out of my party. Gotta heal my healer again. So this guy's... Okay, so he could use some loyalty too. But he can't reach the thing, so it's a moot point. See if I can have my cleric de-petrify my berserker next turn, maybe. What about this guy? This unit defying you openly in front of others. Shit, man. I didn't realize that was a problem. Okay. Well, let's heal his petrified body. It's pretty cool. I really like it. Should play it. Tactics Ogre for PSP and Super Nintendo. Oh god. This guy sucks. Ow. Oh, it kind of lucked out. How are you doing now? Still defying me openly. Wow, I think he's going to lead my party then before I get to really use him. How much would Vulcan Lance do to this guy? Basically no damage. Okay, roger. Can maybe hit... Let's see if I can get a Dust Storm off on one of these guys, maybe. 74% chance to slow. Hey Leah, how's it going? Does this guy not like me? Right. Huh. I couldn't tell. It's the only one I can potentially reach is that knight in the back, I think. So let's go up here. Let's do a tremendous shot. Yeah, this is a remaster. I don't think we ever got the Super Nintendo version in the US. It did get a Virtual Console re-release in Japan. This game's pretty popular in Japan. Oh, you jerk. It's okay, I think we can still kill her next turn, the next time we're able to target that. Let me try to use an Awakened Stone Scroll, seeing I have one. Do I not have one? Ooh. Okay, that's something I gotta teach her. It's really bad. Oh well. Alright. Let's see if I can double heal these two characters here. Yeah, it's the same developer, Rage, as Final Fantasy Tactics. That's why it looks so similar. There's a lot of similar mechanics. This game actually came first. FF Tactics, I think that Square brought them on. Like, hey, can you make, like, Tactics Ogre, but with Final Fantasy? And they're like, yeah, okay, sure. I'm worried about picking up Walter and having him dying instantly, so I might wait until his clock is down to 1, so it's at least not a waste of a Phoenix down. Decent. Strengthen just wore off, just a bit of a bummer. How much can I hit Asshole for? 56 damage. God, that guy's got defense for days. What if I just punch him in the face? Less damage. Alright, I'd like to try to get up to more TP to get a better Heart Crusher on him later. Here comes Ozma. Ow. Healer's doing fine. Ares Cell could use a decent heal if I've got the MP for it. Which I do. You try to restrict where this guy can move. I don't want him moving next to my mages here. Let me see if I can recast my buff on as many units as possible that matter. So like this, I think. I'm gonna just miss one of my archers, but just a bunch of characters that are just out of range. That's okay though. I need to buy more of the reagents for this Lion Dance ability. Used quite a lot of them. I also should try to kill the boss before one of these characters inevitably tries to heal him. Uh-oh. Ow. That was a big hit. Poison Cloud. Gross. Uh-oh. And there goes my healer. Bummer. Okay, so I could use Dark Weight. How much damage is that going to do? 107. That is my jam. Awesome. Fortunately, she doesn't get like a buff when that happens. Like the last battle we did, there's the Beastmaster guy. Whenever you killed any of his beasts, he got a huge buff. Super significant. Try to finish this guy off real quick, rather than heal. Minimize the number of enemy units we're having to deal with here. Who can I heal, or should I heal? I guess Cannabis? Kind of a waste to give a tarot card to this character. Another Fool down there? Oh, it's a Hangman. Okay. This one is Strength. I'll just move him closer to the other enemies and then pass. My wizard's gonna die soon, so I may as well try to do something productive. 58%, 74% chance. Try to slow them so they can take fewer turns here. That's okay. Got one of them at least. Archer's probably one of the more dangerous ones anyway. Ow. QED. Oh man, we had Claudia super close to death earlier. It's too bad. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, so if I did Heart Crusher, it would do 72 damage to her. If I walked up and hit her in the face, it would do how much damage? 82 damage. Plus 20 from the little buff. Pretty good. $57. Let's make that tremendous. Nice. I can't reach the strength one, that's too bad. Gotta get that move speed +1, man. Bit increased, okay, I'll take that. Don't think there's anything useful I can do with this guy. I should have gone ahead and picked up the tarot cards, since I don't think anyone else will be able to reach it before we end this battle. It's okay, shit happens. She can't reach it either. Hey Kodiak, how's it going? Got everything set and working with your capture card finally? Nice. That's rad. Oh, put on the cat cam real quick. You just look over there. Let's see. Cleric, Berserker, Ninja, maybe Wizard all just leveled up, so we'll try to see if they have new abilities that I'm excited about. They're so furry. Yeah, what has she done? That's a good question. This is very similar to a scene in Final Fantasy Tactics as well. You done fucked up, Vice. You murdered a bunch of people. Oh, wow. Cool. I wasn't expecting that to happen. It would have gone very differently if we had been on the lawful path. Yeah, well, it's the same guy, right? As Final Fantasy Tactics. Yeah.
The Bachram
Oh, chapter
reeled
switch.
as
We're really close
after
to one.
rumor flooded in following the fall of Phaidot Castle. The leader of their enemy, a youth scarce old enough to shave. Their own Abuna Branton, a man unworthy of their trust. The Dark Knights routed in the field of battle. But above all else, the news that King Dorgalawa's daughter still lived. In their desperation, the people wept. They yearned for a righteous leader, a savior to bring them prosperity. The Lady Kashua was the answer to their prayers. Lancelot Tartaros, mouthpiece of the Holy Lodician Empire, recognized Kashua as the rightful heir to the Valerian throne. The quarrel over succession was officially laid to rest. By Lancelot's accounting, this prior unrest, as he named it, stemmed not from a deep-rooted divide between clans, but instead from the misdeeds of a handful of power-hungry men. The history books would speak of no great Valerian war. Yet only the landed and the nobility
that's very similar as well to
service
Final Fantasy Tactics.
tale.
Final Fantasy
For
Tactics is
those
very
who
similar to
resented
this.
the ascendancy of the Bachram, words made a poor salve. The wounds they had suffered would not heal without further bloodshed. So it was that while the lie of the battlefield changed, the war raged on.
Just leave this on
what
for
had
a
once
bit.
been seen as a clash of clans became a rift between rulers and
Clash
the
of
ruled.
Clans.
A struggle to break free from the yoke of oppression.
Hey Kevin, how's it going? Yeah, because Yoshi P loves himself some Tactics Ogre apparently. Kodiak. Word around the office. There's some furry. Wrong title drop. Escape saucer. So we make like that shitty mobile game title generator. Oh man, that's Holy Knight Lancelot. It's a cool portrait. So he's the good guy Lance from Ogre Battle 1 that I never recruited, right? Or March of the Black Queen, I guess I should say. Yeah, same writer, Raish. Same director, at least. I did recruit him. It's the one character that I got. Oh, he's on the first map, okay. Really? I did not hear. That's cool. Is it just going to be a direct port? Oh, it's in Japan. Okay. Oh, that would be so awesome. Especially if they added like online multiplayer for the co-op. Matsuno. Ish. Matsuno. Right. No, they'd have to do a localization for it. I got a Japanese copy of Seiken Densetsu 2 and 3. I haven't played them yet, but I definitely want to do those co-op on stream at some point. There's some options with an emulator to do net play co-op, but it's pretty shitty quality. That might be among the things that they're talking about the Virtual Console for the Switch and how they're going to add multiplayer to older titles for an additional fee. I would really be super stoked to buy Secret of Mana and Mana 2 if they were to do a localization for it. The Dynast King, Princess Versalia, who is the main character's sister and then half-sister and then maybe not sister at all, but adopted sister. He was no brother to me. Wow, yeah. This plot's pretty different. I wonder if it goes this way if you're lawful or neutral. I really like the chaotic storyline. This game handles split paths really well, I feel like. Let us cling together. Is this the final chapter? I guess the chapters are pretty long. Yeah, right. Do I have a new costume? I do. New costume hype. It's also very Final Fantasy Tactics. This is my title truck. Holy Night languishes in the dungeon below Rhime Castle. Artist for these games? Interesting. Before he decided to abandon noses. Is there a, is there a point of no return in this game like there is in Final Fantasy Tactics? It's pretty rough in that game because it's like there's a point where you can cross. I don't think the game warns you, but if you save your game after that, it's like 8 or 9 consecutive battles and you can't get out to get to a shop or anything like that. Nani? Nani desu ka? Not bloody likely. Falaha is like a religion goddess or something. I think it's come up a little bit before, but not at length. So Phylos means lover of, and Aha is an 80s band that created the hit song Take On Me, so Falaha must be people who worship Aha, right? Lovers of Aha. That should be the game of the original routes. That's cool. It's gonna be the final battle music. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. The optional dungeon. It all makes sense. I wish I could sort these by level acquired. True Strike 2, yes please. I like flat upgrades. Waging war to take on me. Our nerdy marching band out here in Los Alamos, there's like a bunch of people who work at the lab that used to play instruments way back in the day, so they put together a marching band so they can play them now and take it very seriously. But we do Take On Me, and the younger people in the band bitch about it constantly. I'm like, screw you, man, that song rocks. It's super cheesy. We're a cheesy band. Deal with it. Thinking about arranging a medley of what is it, Mario Brothers, the Tetris theme, the Pokemon theme, and the Zelda theme for us to do. Be a lot of work though. They don't like eat it either. Yeah, we don't have any Weird Al or Michael Jackson. We're sorely lacking in Michael Jackson. I should bring that up. Reflected damage. Feel like that's not something that's worth the investment. Ranged avoidance doesn't really come up. Magic accuracy doesn't matter. What's the next exciting thing for my cleric? I guess whatever it is, it's not on the list yet, so I don't need to worry about it. Maybe increasing her max HP? Or more skill. She definitely has a shit ton of skill points that I'm not using. So I could probably afford to pick up Constitution 1 at least. Or survive a bit longer. We gotta do a lot of shopping in this session, so try to remember all the things that I need to get. I mean, I guess it's free. I may as well take it. Officially millennial and no space for a disk drive. Cool. You got any pictures? I'm thinking about building a second machine. Actually, since you're part of the way there with a new Mobo, if you didn't throw out your old Mobo in case, like, it might be a cool project to, even if you can't use a PCIe card in that one, just salvage what you can from it to use it as your streaming machine, and then have the other one be the one that does all the gaming. Just send it all over via capture card. That's the dream eventually. It's just, it sucks to have two good computers. It's not cheap to make that happen. Hey, Steel Stance. Ah, that costs 50 TP. But is he using his TP for anything else? He's not. Okay. So I can roll with that. Could be a cool long-term project. Alright, so if I'm going to give him that, what am I going to dump? Wade? His movement speed's so high that I don't think him being in water ever actually matters. To get him another skill slot, too. And I don't think he's learning anything else soon that matters, so... I'll give him Wade back. Yeah, for sure. I hear ya. Okay. So I've learned all the skills that I want to learn. I might want to take a look at skills that work for multiple classes. For example, oh, I really want that. 50% of the damage taken by friendly units in the 2 tiles redirects to the target. That's pretty great. Okay, so let's see. Who can use this? Thief, Golem, Lizardman. Actually, it doesn't look like Samurai can use this, can he? Yeah, Swordmaster. So I could learn it, but he wouldn't be able to benefit from it, unfortunately. I can look at stuff that Swordmaster is able to learn from this list. Wade 2, Constitution 2, and nothing that's really important. Yeah, right. Wade is mandatory for success. Alright, let's do a shit ton of shopping. Okay, so first we gotta sell stuff so we can afford to go shopping. I got this Codex of Gems thing I'm gonna want to look into soon as well. Okay. 82, 30, hold on to the silver ones for a second. Yeah, I'm almost out of Fans of the Brave. Okay, so we gotta get a few things here. Let's look at healing magic first. Wait, am I dumb? What happened to... It's like there's a bunch of spells missing from this list. Does their stock change based on where you are? I thought all shops had the same stock, basically. If they don't, that's very distressing. Here we go. Judgment 2. It's damage. Still language with this. Awakened Stone. Hearten. Unburden. Removes Hobble. Removes Fear. Heal 2. Major Heal. Resurrect. Which we already have. Nice, Sarnis. Oh man, I feel like I should get these Resurrection Grimoires instead of Blessing Stones. I totally should get they're better. Like, they're cheaper and I can use them at range. Yeah, let's just buy a bunch of those then. Fantastic. Yeah. What did you learn? What did you learn? The world has a great history. Great leaders such as Genghis Khan, Joan of Arc, and Socratic method. The world is full of history. Okay. So I could get some of these weapons, but the problem now becomes, are they actually an upgrade over the upgraded version of like the Baldur Dagger, for example, or the Baldur Claws? So let me save before I make any purchases here. See what I can afford. 51 hours seems pretty legit. One-handed katana is level 16, which is great. He just got to level 16. To upgrade them though. Oh god. Okay, are those upgrades is the question of the hour. Oh god, they're not. Oh, that sucks. Oh, all that effort and upgrade. I have to upgrade these if I really want to be able to use them. Okay, well before we reset the save, let's see what it would cost to power these guys up. Superior Moonsicle. Hagane Steel, Steel Ingot, and Anana Wood. Okay. Hagane Steel is Iron Sand times 3 plus 1 log. Iron Sand is trivial to make. Anana Wood is trivial to make. Okay, so the... Oh my god. I hate the crafting in this game so much. It's a good game, but the crafting is so dumb. Alright, let me see if I can get some more money. Nice, Sornus. I mean, what else can I really sell? I kind of like all my other shit. Sell these guys. The tarot cards don't sell for anything, so it's not really worth it. Could look into selling some excess armor and shit, I guess. The stuff that's lower leveled. I'm gonna pay for it if I get a lower level class that I'm interested in leveling later, I guess. It just means iron. Fancy Eastern steel. Ooh. It's from the east. Okay, this is a decent source of cash. Let's sell all my excess shit project right now. Hopefully it doesn't bite me too hard in the ass later on. I'm gonna spend all this money basically immediately once I get out of here though. We established that the composite bow +1 was better. Let's hold on to that though since we crafted it and it would suck to start over on that. Melee weapons. Japanese steel made from iron sand. Interesting. Swords level 13. Pains me inside to sell all this shit, but I think I have to. Sybil staff's junk, mage's staff is junk, Balder mace is junk. Steel. The best kind of steel is steel. Alright. So, let's very slowly, before we start the hell that is crafting in Tactics Ogre, let's look through the list of spells very, very slowly, spell by spell. So missile spells. If we're going to do wind spells, it would have to be usable by my bird person, and looks like the only bird person spells he gets are Death Shot, so that covers earth magic. Or that covers wind magic. Earth magic, I can do Vulcan Lance, Cragfall 2, and Still Earth, Petroguard, Protect, Bladestorm, Petrifog. Nothing that I care about. Okay. No one's using lightning, no one's using water. Our fire guy is on the bench. Ice guy is on the bench. Divine. Oh, interesting. Judgment. Judgment 2. Exorcism. Let me look at which ones of these I have. I want to have access to more exorcism scrolls in case we get into another battle with undead, because they're very dangerous. Like guards, silent light, silence as a target, swiftness, awaken, innervate. Make sure we have at least one in the inventory for all these status effect removal things. Okay. Can probably get 5 more of these. Hey, Andrea. How are you doing? Andrea is in Washington, D.C. meeting with Congress people to try to talk them into continuing to fund high energy physics. Hey, Andrea's here. Here comes science. The nuke skills are pretty garbage. The numb maybe could be good, but I think he already has it. Leaping Monkey. What does Nimble do? Does that do what I think it does? Allowing them to ignore terrain elevation. Holy shit. Okay, what does that require? Grappling hooks? I need to buy a shit ton of those. Invigorating Dance. It reduces the TP. Multiple nearby enemies. Increasing the caster's TP. Holy gumbo. Yes, please. Okay, so we can get a bunch of Fans of the Brave. Invigorating Dance. this is a really big deal. Like, this is what I've been complaining about for such a long time, the inability to climb. So that'll be really nice. Yeah, today was airplane fun. I'm glad you made it, though. So we're good on magic. Look at armor. So a lot of new armor options kind of across the board here. No new accessory options, though, it looks like. Let's start with armor. So shields. I wish I could tell the number of characters that would use these. Shields. Hats. Wizard hat. Shields and wizard hat, actually. It's not as bad as I thought it was. Let's see. Who all needs shields? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 shields and how many wizard hats? Possibly 1, 2, 3 maybe? You ignore my terrain elevation. Yeah, Godspeed, Andrea. There's 3, right? And then... Look how he gets a cool, like, Ryu headband. That's how you know he's leveled up. Cool, okay. Baldur shield. Baldur shield. Still need 2 more shields. 2 more shields. Okay. Although, those are for the characters I'm less concerned. No, I should just buy them. Should be fine. I can always sell them again later. How many battles I've done in the game so far? I don't know if that's a stat. Maybe in the Warren report. Victories without Chariot Terrio. 34. I've done 50 battles. 274 enemies slain. Okay. We were equipping shields. That's what we were up to here. Shield, shield. Okay. Now. Back to looking at weapons. Still got tons of money for now. I want to look into a Katara +1, a Chris +1. What else? War Maul is probably just a flat upgrade, so I can grab. Well, I guess it's two-handed. Okay, I want to stick with having a shield for the protagonist. Moonsickle +1. And no new magic spells. Okay. So Katara, Chris, Moonsickle is all I care about for crafting. No. $50 battles. Search. Good. I got any steel and not a win, which isn't too bad. It's actually less painful than the ninja sword. Chris was silver ingot. Iron ingot and not a win. That's also fine. Steel ingot. Okay. So I can do all of this, but we're going to be crafting for about 40 minutes. So if you guys have an alternate topic, something going on in gaming or nerd culture, feel free to talk amongst yourselves. The crafting in this game is atrocious, but I think it's the correct thing to do right now. Any ranged weapons? We just got composite bows. Okay. So begins the suffering. Except the Dark Souls DLC, since I haven't done it yet. Okay, silver ingot. Let's just do this one by one. We need 2 steel ingots. So that's graphite plus iron ingot. Oh my god. Just now remembering what I'm getting myself into here. I like to go through and just calculate how much of this I have to do and like set up a auto hotkey macro to do it really quick. Go AFK. Iron ingots. Hey, welcome home, Sornus. Yeah, I know, right? I should have saved before doing that. It was a 96% success chance, but you know this game can be rough. Shop, craft, melee, Katara. Make another one of those. So iron ingot. So 6 iron ore, 2 graphite. Let's see. The extra damage is too valuable to not get, but man, does it suck to do. Ben, are you just sitting on top of Marty over there? I know, right, Kevin? It's so trivial to save scum it too, I think is a big part of the frustration. I guess we're occasionally getting doubles there, but it's not really going to speed anything up. Yeah, I guess I just got a double. Alright, let's see. Craft, melee. We want to do steel or steel ingots. ×2. Wow, that was super lucky. I'm tempted to like save scum until I get a critical craft on stuff like that because it saves so much time in the long run. All right, so we just need one more iron ingot, which I think I can make immediately because of earlier critical crafts. And now we gotta save again because it's fairly likely that we'll fail on this craft here. Nope. Such an interesting decision, the crafting system in this game. I would love to have been in the office, especially when they did the remake of this game. Like, you know what was great about Ogre Battle? Our Tactics Ogre, let us clean together the crafting system. Let's double down on that, shall we? Silver. Oh god, right? 14's crafting minigame is really fun, like when it matters, but it can be a pain in the ass when you're just trying to knock stuff out really fast. I feel like it would still be frustrating even if there wasn't a success chance component. Like, that's the kind of thing where it's like they thought far enough ahead to be like, hey, we should add this cool chariot tarot mechanic. We should basically build safe scumming into the game proper. They didn't do it for crafting for some reason. Who knows? It's level 17, isn't it? Totally level 17. So cool, we'll be ready to equip it. The other one's not an upgrade anyway. I wonder if it's similar inspiration. Okay, so next up is Chris +1, which is silver ingot and Anana wood. So let's make that Anana wood. Yeah, and then a silver ingot. Okay, which is 3 silver ore. Silver ingot. Daily quests. It's really interesting the way daily quests as a concept has sort of backfired in MMOs. Like the original intent behind them was pure. It was, hey, we want to make it so that someone who doesn't have a lot of time to play the game, can only log in for like an hour, can do something that's productive and can kind of keep them on pace. The people who have time to play the game for 10, 11, 12 hours. But it ends up being, it turns the game into an obligation, you know, and I have to log in and do my daily. Final Fantasy XIV was on the right track with their whole allowances system, where you could build up allowances on days where you didn't do your daily, and then you could do those very quickly in succession afterward. It was a really smart solution. I'm just surprised they didn't apply it to everything in there. So it's Chris +1, Katara +1. We needed Moonsicle. So that's Hagane Steel and more Anana Wood. So let me just go ahead and knock out the 2 Anana Woods here. Get more logs. Sundries, reagents. Basically, anything that's a daily should accumulate, I feel like, in a perfect society. Hagane Steel ×1. Technically 2, because we need to craft 2 of those. So Hagane Steel is Iron Sand ×3, plus Log ×1. So let's go ahead and make our 6 Iron Sand first, and buy 2 logs. Is wood used in the creation of Japanese steel? Kitties. May as well watch the kitties while I'm doing this. X. Sure. I guess we don't need it. Logs stand out as a requirement for that kind of steel, since it's not necessary for any of the other ones, but fair enough. 85, more log. Shop, craft. Hagane Steel. It's 1. Fuck. I got greedy. Thought I could do 2 in a row without saving. I was incorrect. Had a 91% success chance. This is what happens. Clay furnace and charcoal. Interesting. Again. There's that. Save again before we make the actual katanas. Superior Moonsicle. Gonna make 1 more steel ingot after this. Cool. Oh, interesting. Planescape is on my voting spreadsheets. Are they changing something? Well, the reason I'm saving between them, Spiky, is I think that the seed locks in, if that makes sense. Oh, kitties, don't fight. Get him, Marty, use your weight. You got this. Goofy cats. Anyway, so I've had it where like I'll save before crafting and then I'll load and it'll fail, and I'll load again and it will fail and it will fail and it will fail. The only way to get the seed to change is to craft a different item and then try saving and loading again. So I think that my point is that if like the seed is set so that the first craft will succeed and the second one will fail, then if I try to do 2 in a row, it's always going to do succeed, fail, succeed, fail, succeed, fail, which is why I save in between them, even though it sucks. But otherwise, I would totally do that. I agree. It's a really goofy way to do it. Stealing goods. It is iron ingot times 2, graphite times 1. What all is changing in the enhanced edition? Is it just like a remake, remaster? I really like when people do the Beyonce thing and just like fucking drop a release without any heads up. No hype, just hey guys, this comes out on Tuesday. Blizzard's been doing that a lot lately too. The multi-year teaser and hype cycle is bad for games. Yeah, I suppose that's true. Drumming up the hype gets them investment, probably. Depending what kind of game it is. Yeah, I heard about the StarCraft remaster. And that one, they're like trying to keep all the original wonky mechanics from Brood War, right? I'm wondering if that's going to become an esport again. Like, I remember StarCraft was really big. It was often one of the top posts on Reddit, and then League of Legends come out, and StarCraft is basically dead, because people are more interested in watching a team sport than a one-on-one sport, I think. But for a long time, it was pretty huge. There we go. Yay! We're done crafting, and Marty left. He lost the battle. Alright, let's go do some battles in the dungeon here to try to level up. We gotta get a couple characters to level 17 so they can use all that sweet new shit we just picked up. StarCraft's still really strong in Korea. I mean, real-life sports don't really change their meta too much, right? There's not significant rule changes or new ball releases in something like the NBA or the NFL. I need him to level up more. I don't need any of these knights, because the main character is a knight. What else can I drop? I could risk dropping my healer. It's a pretty big risk, though. I don't really need my wizard right now. Let's do this and pray for the best. Hopefully there's no undead. Do you think that real sports have only evolved as well as they have because of that, like, connection to actual places? I haven't thought about that before. Maybe you're right. I think the remaster will revitalize it outside Korea, sure. They all have a barrier to entry problem. I still feel like we haven't really landed on the esport that people can kind of look at and quickly understand what's going on. I mean, I guess it's not a perfect analog for real-world sports. You got, like, baseball and cricket are complicated as shit, and they're extremely popular in their parts of the world. I mean, you have a lot more simple sports like basketball, hockey, soccer. That was the intent of doing all that shit. 100 damage. Not quite enough. One more hit will get it though. Overkill. What's the card? Fool. Okay, so we want our samurai to pick that up. Back up, since he's taking damage. Try to heal him. Soccer had to have the British mint a coin to explain the offsides rule. That's funny. I think it's probably, it's a spectrum, right? Like, I feel like it's probably easier to look at soccer and be like, okay, they're trying to kick the ball into the goal. Like, you might not understand a lot of what's going on that's more complicated in the middle of that, but you can at least follow the game from turn to turn, or, well, not, I guess really turn, from like second to second. You know whether one side is doing well or doing poorly at a given moment, right? It's harder to tell that in games like American football or baseball, or especially cricket. Let's start marching him forward, get some kills on his next turn. Hey, heal 2, perfect. That's funny, Leon. How's he doing loyalty-wise? Speaks in support of my decisions. Aw, yes. I know that's right. Oh wait, I actually want to step that back. Hold on. Ramen hype. Come on, 20 damage, nice. The dream. Press so much extra damage that's doing now. Yeah, there you go, Spiky. Something like Street Fighter. I think I completely agree. Even if you don't understand the combos or parrying or blocking, you can at least tell who's in the lead, right? And it's visceral to see one person doing damage to the other. That was pretty shitty. That was extremely shitty, actually. I don't know if I have a way to fix that, to be honest. Guess I could try stepping it back so they're not standing next to each other. Things continue to be bad for a while. This is TP for something, right? Regular men leaf. So maybe it will be a fighting game. I'd want it to be something like Smash, but I think Smash is like high-level Smash. The thing that the players of the game enjoy is not fun to watch at all. Like, casually, the game is really cool and fun to watch, I think. But it's not what the professionals want to play. Pick up more of these Awakened Stone upgrades. Pick up Cannabis here. I like the idea of like a sumo game though. Like, it could work. It's just set up that the culture around Smash wouldn't allow it to be successful, I think. Yeah, I totally agree. I know there's like a market rush right now to try to make the next, you know, sumo fighter in the style of Smash that's actually balanced for an esport. You get things like Rivals of Aether and Brawlhalla, but I don't think anybody's landed on the magic formula yet. They're definitely scrambling to get there, though. Interesting to see if they ever get there. Alright, what was this cool... monkey? Leaping monkey. Yeah. Can only use it on himself. Okay, that's fine. So basically makes him a winged character if we use it on an early turn. Ooh, that's great. That makes me so happy. I'm surprised that Hearthstone is as popular as it is. I think the big thing with the Hearthstone effect is that the game moves slowly enough that when you're watching it, you can ponder whether you would make similar decisions or not. And I think that's a pretty huge part of the draw. I might step that back, actually, so that my Berserker can kill that guy instead. He's not wasting his turn. Who all could I even hit from here, though? Anyone? That'd be the only person I can hit anyway. What if I just like hit him regularly and give it a chance for my Berserker to do some damage? Great. Yeah, I don't really watch Hearthstone, but I can understand why people would, I guess is my point. And I'm glad they brought this music back. It's good. Try Harvest Dance. Have you played the game much, Bariel? I wonder if Hearthstone is only interesting to watch if you particularly enjoy playing the game yourself. So that you're getting to do that. What would I have done on that turn? Like, I think that's another reason why people like to watch Darkest Dungeon, because Darkest Dungeon moves slowly enough that you can always be asking, hey, if I were in the streamer's position, would I be doing this, yes or no? Oh my god. I gotta kill that guy, like, now. Very bad news bears. Tremendous shot should be able to cover it. That's probably why you don't like watching it too much then. Nice. See if my ninja can take off the last guy then. It's cool. It looks like you continue to get MP when you're petrified, or at least you don't lose any of the MP that you had. Nice. Just barely equal to her total health there. Alright, so we're hoping for a level up for a Ninja, Berserker, and Bird Person here. None of those people leveled up, or came even close to it. It's a bummer. They're actually all pretty far. Try doing a random battle outside. Maybe just that battle's not particularly fruitful right now. Knight got to 17? What did we learn at 17? Anything useful? Steadfast. We need to knockbacks. Okay. Requires knockback 1. You can see the value in that, potentially, since it's just always on. How did I never pick up counterattack 2? It's like a free upgrade. Counterattack 2. And I don't think I want to get rid of any of these other things. So we'll wait until I can afford another skill slot. Yeah, pretty much just Knight leveled up there. A little spinning effect there, that's funny. Let me try getting into a random like world map battle and then we'll go to this castle. See how much XP we ultimately can earn here. Alright, so characters I'd want to bring include the wizard. Although my wizard is really starting to fall behind in usefulness, unfortunately. Kind of a bummer. Ninja. Let's try to get everybody positioned so they can benefit from his buff. People who matter, at least. The wizard doesn't really matter for that. And my healer. That makes sense, Spiky. Hey, it's a random battle that has a single target. Okay, I just try to focus him down then. Well, I don't really have Wade to get over there, unfortunately. Yeah, that's fair enough. It's definitely a not for everybody kind of discipline, I feel like. I get existential gaming angst, for lack of a better term, pretty quickly with any PvP game. Which people tell me is crazy. Like, by that I mean, when you're playing the game and eventually you're like, why am I doing this? It's like, couldn't I be doing something else with my time? I think you get that from any game you play if you play it enough. A premier example, I think, is when you're playing Diablo 3. Like, once you have all the legendaries that you want for your character and you're just trying to find another drop that's a slight numerical upgrade, you're in the existential gaming angst zone. The people I know who really like PvP games say that that's why they play them, because it never gives them that angst. They're constantly in a state of the game being new because they're playing against other people. But I go into like, why am I doing this mode really, really quickly. Do you think that was a problem with Splatoon, or just that you don't personally care for PvP as much, Yukipo? Yeah, I think that's a big element of it for me. Like, I'll do PvP if I'm playing with other people that I know. And it really ends up just being about the camaraderie then, it's not so much to do with the actual game and how much I care for it. That Wade. Can you cast ninjutsu here? Oh, I don't even have ninjutsu equipped for him anymore. Alright, I should fix that. Because he was so sucky at it, but I don't think he needs to have points in the stat to be useful with it anymore. Nice. Oh, did that actually hit the wall there? I couldn't tell. Couldn't tell if it legit missed him or if it missed him because of let's see, how far away was it there? So I need to move 2 squares forward. Elevation is the word I was looking for. Move here, or I can just wait and hope that he moves a little bit closer to us. And he did. Success. Shit. Might be reachable from here. Hold on. No, it's not. Can I hit him? I'm just gonna test this. Okay, I can hit him from here. want to step that back and heal my ninja. Two. Actually, let me step him back. I don't want him to be standing here after he moves. Yeah, I really like co-op board games as well. Although those run into their own problems. You have the quarterbacking issue where it's possible to be telling everyone else what to do, and the game kind of loses its charm. Well, it's not really co-op, right? Hit him from here? Ah, just barely not. I don't know why I can't step down there. Maybe here. I'm sure it's gonna hit that rock. Nice! That was quick. If we can get another random battle like that, that would be the best. Curious how much XP it's going to give us. Wizard hat. Swordmaster's catching up. Ninja Berserker and Bird Person are still way the fuck far behind, though. Probably just progress the story and upgrade them when I can. And see what I can get from level 13 Swordmaster. It's okay. We're right next to the next stage anyway. That might have been the fastest battle we've done in the game. Okay, so we want to do this. The fact that he's 13 means he can use the new... He actually, when we recruited him, he was level 13, but because I didn't actually have a samurai in my party yet, he down-leveled after he joined us and no longer had that weapon equipped. It was an interesting decision. I guess I get it. They don't want to give you levels in a class for free, but it was still kind of a pain. Give him Field Alchemy too. Well, what else does he get? Anything at 13? Nope. Oh god. Ugh. I forget which of these walls was easier to climb through. So many battles where we have a significant elevation disadvantage. Let's see how this goes. I might just look at the map and then be like, nope, and reload and try the other one. Werewolf and Mafia, yeah, for sure. Well, here's where having Wade is really nice. Interesting. Vanquish the enemy, holy shit. That's surprising. Let them come as close as they can to us here. I don't really want to cross this river. Also maybe inform me on what path they're taking to reach us. I know, right, Yukipo? It's such a bummer. It's a big struggle with academia as well. Expected to be a nomad for like 20 years before you're finally able to settle down, and all the good friends you've met have also spread out all around the country. Some of them you could do over like Skype or Roll20, I think, but... I might just keep passing here, let them do all the hard work of getting over to us. Once they start attacking us, I might worry about actually making some decisions. They're so far away, like what are they gonna do? I guess their mages are building up MP while this is happening, but... Welcome back. With ramen. You're making me hungry. I might eat some ramen or take a break during Zelda tonight. We're starting Zelda in about 3 hours. We'll probably just play it until I'm tired. Oh, that's cool. It's one of those situations where it would probably still be better to just cook something for yourself instead of eating out. Getting a little bit closer. Probably justify doing it on the samurai's next turn. Here we go. This is how they punish you for stalling too long. Which is clever, actually. Leave him in the back because he's going to be useless otherwise. It's fine. Try to go take down all of their mages would be nice. Just ranged characters in general. I don't know if my characters can get over there with HUD Wade, to be honest. I'll give it a try. Can't really move through water at all. Try sending him along the other path. It's usually bad to split the party in this game, but he has a heal. It's fine. Can I hit anybody? Nowhere near it. They've stopped moving, so we're kind of at an impasse. Here's gonna stay put. I might have to reload this and just give everybody Wade so we have any chance of reaching them. Not a lot of damage. But at least it's something. Fill up this TP a little bit here. Slowly but surely. Going this way. And so it begins. Cool. See you, sir. Good luck. That's fine. Rampart's not going to be a big deal in this battle, I don't think. So let me wait for Ari's cell to go before I do anything with that. Ouch. Ow. Oh, I didn't actually equip the anti-knockback skill. That's too bad. Fair enough, though. Hey, I can reach the wizard. Cool. Fingers crossed. Come on, big money. A good start. See if they can actually move across those squares, though. I'm not convinced that they can. Everybody over here is fine. Baldric could use a teeny heal. Ninja is not quite close enough to get into range to attack. Keep moving forward over here then. Okay, so I can jump across these, it just takes a little while. You should be able to jump here soon. Also, Tyrant's Mace is melee range only. Oh man, so he might be able to attack from here, but he has to be able to get to this square. Can I see like where he should be able to go? I don't think I can. The lack of weight is really kicking my ass here. Pass the turn for now. I might change that decision later. And her too. Ow. Lucky crit. All the boons of swiftness. Need to go like twice as often as we do. Ah, you missed. Weight actually was critical. It's absolutely. As goofy as that is. I don't think any of the enemies have it in this mission. Ouch. Okay. Nice. Getting there. Nice, Leah. No more ads for you. Can I hit her without hitting my ninja from here? Yes. A little bit more TP. Might be able to use Heartbreaker on someone later. Whoa! Speaking of that, Sortus. I just saw Patreon, Sortus. Hold on, let me, can I pause this? Music calm down. Sortus Bear. Thank you. Sornus just increased pledge on Patreon.
You're super awesome.
Thank you, Sornus. I'll get you hooked up with all of your perks and stuff. After stream, I'll go ahead and get your multiplier running right now. Welcome, welcome. Let me guess, are you adding Super Robot Wars for your permanent game slot? Cool. Oops, actually did that a little too much. A little stexic. How did I do the flashing background? I don't know. What was that all about? Got some changes in my stream office for the April Fool's stream this Saturday. Turns out my webcam in the corner is a total lie. It's just a picture of what my wall looks like. There's actually a giant green screen behind me. Pretty good trick though. Kind of hard to tell. Sneaky. Yeah, rather than like take down all of the stuff on the wall, I just hung the green screen in front of it and took a picture of the wall. Yeah. So like if I took, what is it, like an Xbox game box, right? Whoa! That's pretty crazy. I'm impressed that the illusion is that effective. I think it helps that my webcam is so tiny. For now, anyway. One more move and I can get to him. Black magic. Don't touch it. It's concentrated evil. I don't know if I do Sneak King on Saturday. There's a classic game though. This is the first Xbox 360 game I grabbed. Have on couch cam. I know, right? Should cover the couch in the green screen so you just see cats floating in the ether. I bet I could green screen it so that you can always see Ben superimposed over me. I have to think about how to do that. I don't know if I can do that like live on stream here, but right. So like if I did this, for example, oops. Hey Ben. I have to turn it so that you can actually see him, so I'm not obscuring the softness and the furriness. Oh, that's easy enough. I'm gonna get this mic out of the way. There you go. Now you can see Ben in his sleepy glory. Oh, nice. You start your new job? Awesome, Leah. Congrats. Check in with Robin. I haven't talked to her in a while. Still not doing anything. It looks like he can't actually reach this square, so I should go ahead and just move him now. Uh-oh. Having both cameras on at the same time is kind of pissing off my computer. Let's turn that off. Good idea, though. It's a good spot for her to stand. Let's see. She needs healing. Dark weighted. I might step that back and do Mother's Blessing. Get a double heal out of it. Yeah. I think it's just because I have both webcams on the same USB bus, so that's something I could fix off stream. Flaming Fists. Ah, it's just short of killing her. Let's see if this does enough comparison. Flaming Fists did more. Okay. Maybe we'll get lucky on the RNG here and do 156. Shit. That's not what I wanted. It's the opposite of what I wanted. Hey, a buried tarot card. That's the first time that's ever happened. Overkill. Extreme overkill. Just move through enemy units, allied units. Face Rig plus Ben Avatar. I did pick up Face Rig on that Humble Bundle. I haven't downloaded any of those applications yet, but I have them for later. Dark weight. Ah, I can't reach him. I can reach this guy. Wow, for like, oh, because he has Phalanx on, doesn't he? Alright, I'll just heal him then. Really need him to move from the square he's currently on. There we go. Slowly but surely. Really like Steel Stance. Nice, Grimtusk. Don't think he can safely hit anybody from here. Yeah, I don't think so. Maybe next turn. Try to heal himself a little bit. Yeah, it's super cheap, right? Soreness? It's like 12 bucks or something. If you're gonna use it eventually, it's a steal. Let's see if Heart Crusher is a good decision here. That's okay. Cool. Uh-oh. Ooh, that was a lucky miss. That could have ended very badly for me. Go for Dark Weight. Very nice. Oh, let's get a good counterattack here, yeah? I don't know if we can counterattack on special moves. I guess not. Can I hit from here? Just hit. Let me actually step that back. I think I can make better, more efficient use of my, my TP here. Tremendous shot. I might even need to use that. Well, still have a decent amount of TP after doing that. And I can conserve Aracel's TP if nothing else. Feeling pretty good. Gotta go kill the clerics now. Now, curious, would she have been able to heal him from all the way back here? Don't think so. She can't heal anyone who needs it right now. Gotta wait for my other archer to get out of the way, I think. Actually, let me heal the wizard. I don't want him to die all the way over here. It does not cost you resources. It's basically the remake saying, like, hey, we know that in tactical RPGs you are gonna save scum, so let's just make it really easy for you to do that. It does track whether you use the feature or not, so you can show off and be like, hey, I beat the whole game without ever stepping it back, but it's a really significant time save. And it lets you step back up to 50 turns, which is really nice. I don't think it really changes the RNG in the game, at least as far as I can tell. So you can't just keep using it until you get a crit, but you can use it if you make a mistake, like, oh shit, I didn't realize that that did too much damage and I wasted TP there, you know. Let's try to kill this healer. Nice. Dead healer. Man, Steel Stance's value. Ninja is really good now. I guess he still takes decent damage from magic attacks, but no one's attacked him since I picked this up. It's a huge defensive bonus that lasts until his next turn. Yeah, that makes sense, Sornus. You can get a different roll, but you have to take a different action, basically. Nice block. Nice counter. Sure, that makes sense. Interesting life decision there, cleric dude. I think my berserker has counterattack, surprisingly. Stage is actually going really well. Took advantage of this setting well at the beginning. I think we established that you end up getting all the loot that's still on the ground at the end of the stage. You just miss out on any tarot cards that aren't picked up. Still a bunch of dudes in that corner. But the heals. Still got enough MP for like the rest of the battle on all my characters. 104. I should keep going for that guy. Nice, Sornus. Yeah, I'll get you all set up tonight. Game sub 07. Just stay here for now. Uh-oh. So I might step that. Well, he might survive it. We'll see. Yeah, that wasn't as bad as what I was going to be. Someone else might still be able to hit him, though. Sucks to be you. I resist magic. So I'm a magic man. Gotta kill her as soon as possible. Look at that, 9 damage. Oh, it's such a good skill. I'm so happy to have it. Okay. The only downside is you can't counterattack, but who cares? Okay, your ninja can actually be effective. Get in there and do damage without dying constantly. I hate that. No, it's not. Of course. I think I'm able to reach no matter how far forward I get here. Yeah, no dice. Next turn, though. Next turn, Gadget. Alright, Nice. Oh, so close. Let me step that back and use Conserve RT. I totally forgot to do it. So he'll probably die before the round is over, but... pretty good. Up the heals, I guess. Stave off defeat for as long as possible. Possibly valid. Okay, so I can hit her for 87 damage, or I can hit her for 143 damage, or I can hit her for... I'll try it. If it doesn't kill her, I'll step it back and do... yeah, let's do Dark Weight instead. It's worth doing the TP dump, I think. So here we go. Frida Swede. Assume that's how you pronounce that. Tremendous shot on my wizard. Oh, on my ninja. He still has steel stance. Sucks to be you. That's strength, which I would like to get for him. Or I could wait for my ninja to get it and move him closer to attack these guys. Let's do that. The weather turns. Bigger blizzard. Who can I hit? No one this turn. Let's do steel stance. And let's heal. Might actually not have been necessary, but that's okay. Vulcan Lance for basically no damage. Can't reach him anymore because he ran away because he's scared of the wizard. May as well do a little something. I could see getting rid of the wizard actually. His damage is just falling way behind. It makes me sad. I like the idea of having a wizard. Alright, Celia. Tyrant's Mace. He'll be able to heal to himself, but might be able to kill him this turn. Oh, just barely. That's a bummer. Can't reach anybody. Wait. No, can't reach anybody. Missed. Now, if I go ahead and proc Arkhaipolis Winds, might be enough to kill her this turn. Fantastic. Who are you gonna hit? Ninja? Baldric. Ow. Try to keep Baldric alive here. Ouch. Lucky crit. Ooh, I might be able to kill him before he gets to heal himself. Yeah. Lucky. Nice. Living that dream. What card is this? The Sun. I don't know what that grants. Can't reach the last dude. Nice, Sornus. I guess the last dude's all the way up here. I don't think he has anything stopping him from just staying up there for the rest of the game, unfortunately. Go see what the Sun is. It's probably going to have to be Canopus who gets up to the top anyway. Okay, I'll take agility. He seems like the right character to get bonus agility. Hop, hop, hop. Totally can reach him. Perfect. Bastard sword. $104 damage. That'll do it. Very nice. Alright, Canopus, you gotta get up there and murder this guy. I could, but it's gonna take forever since none of my characters have good jump. So I think I have to send him up there to wrap this up. I do have a ninjutsu ability that lets me ignore terrain, but I don't actually have ninjutsu equipped for my ninjas, so I'm going to try to fix that after this battle. Hey, that was suicidal. I appreciate it though, I'm not going to complain. Flaming fists, yeah. Beautiful. He's garbage at ninjutsu. I'm mostly using him as a ninja for steel dance and dual wield. Like he does like 1 damage per hit with ninjutsu, because ninjutsu uses intelligence and physically attacking uses strength. So they're not synergistic. Okay, we're getting there. It's gonna take a while. Archer 17 though. Okay. Save. Let's look at what Archer just unlocked at 17. Learn. Nothing. What's coming up though? Max TP is a gigantic waste. Field Alchemy is a big waste. Maybe pick up Wade. Just in case that comes up again. Nullifies parry. Interesting. Now, if I were to pick up another one of these guys, do like the dragon units. Got room to pick up more skill slots. Let me grab a couple here. So that opens up 2 slots. So I could take Wade, I guess, and deflect for now. Deflect, right? Yeah. Okay, and then my other archer is doing fine as well. Hey, 6-gun. Screwing. How you doing? Wait. Deflect. That's all we learned that was new that battle. So we'll save again, and then we'll try this next one. Bloodstained Hero is my order. Interesting. Do I see nearly a list of titles? See where they came from. Trying to bring us into parlay with the Order of Philoma. Trying able to avoid bloodshed. Ha. Huh. I wonder how you would avoid bloodshed. Interesting. It's just based on my class selection, or maybe it's because I didn't bring any characters that could like persuade them to join my team. Priests and followers of order, we wish you no harm. Leave at once. Come only to talk. Olivia, a Sibyl of the Order here. What? Nani? It's my dad? And he's dying. Nani? Plague. Messed up. It's me, Mario. It's very similar, like dying father portrait in bed, like Ramza's dad in Final Fantasy Tactics. I was just be like, I'm not gonna tell you, I already knew that, dude. Thanks though. Appreciate the hot tip. Mana Flora. What of? I am dismayed. Yeah, your husband kind of banged me though. So the maid you're seeing there, Mana Flora, is the main character's sister, who's not actually his sister. It's his sister's mom, who was maid to the king, and the queen is pissed because he slept with the maid. It's a Ishmael thing type situation. Slave until you die. I am totes with child. Queens tend to not enjoy that. She's actually taking it rather well, all things considered. Gave birth not long after departing the castle. Here is Mana Flora. Strain was too much for her delicate heart to bear. She died of a broken heart. Died in childbirth. Okay, so she's legit not my sister at all, but she was raised. Gotcha. Raise this one in her stead. Gotcha. So he names her after his real daughter who died. Got it. Where are these from? I could not sell these. Use his knowledge of Mana Flora on the girl to advance his position within the church. I erred when the king passed away, and only offered a daughter then this war might never have come to pass. I couldn't let her go. When I heard her call me father, I could not take that away from her, or her from me. That's cool. That's a cool story, man. Crowning ceremonies for show. They don't want her upon the throne. They want King Dorgalua's legacy. Dorgalua's legacy. Philosopher's legacy. Does the word legacy in Japanese have a different, it's like a slightly different connotation? Like something that you left behind, but that's like, it's like a physical treasure or something? Like I've seen that used in several games translated from Japanese that use the word legacy. Legacy can just mean like anything that you leave behind, but it will often specifically refer to like a treasure, artifact, cash, money, that sort of thing. Lead her to her rightful destiny. We can help you. Arterius. It's an interesting name. Become a stone along the path to our salvation. Make the right choice. Lead us along the true path. No, he's gonna die. I have to deal with it. It's a bummer, but... Oh, my wife is calling me, guys. One sec. Pause the stream.